Hello, welcome back to Feed the Beast. I am getting a bit low on armour, and I died a lot in my last episode, and I've died an awful lot recently. And I decided it's time for an upgrade. Now, I don't know anything about different types of armour, but I've noticed that there is exo armour, which you basically craft normal sort of armour recipes, but you use these exo chassis blocks, which are 8 iron ingots and a gold nugget, and that's, not horrendously expensive. I've got enough iron, I think, to craft myself a full suit of that, because that would be about, I'm guessing, 3 stacks, something like that. I've got 16 stacks lying around, so exo armour is an option. There's also nano armour, which is made out of these carbon plates. These are the things that you get by compressing coal, basically, and I've certainly got enough of those. You also have to put an energy crystal into each piece of nano armour, 1 in each, but again, energy crystals relatively cheap given the amount of rubies I have now. So I could go either way. The nano armour needs to be powered by the looks of it. The exo armour, I think, does fancy special stuff that I want to play with. So, which shall we go for? Why not both? Let's do both. That's not even iron, is it? Yeah, that is iron. I'm going to craft up the exo things, whatever they were called, and we'll get some of that, and we'll see how it looks. So there we go. For a full set of these, we're going to need 24 pieces of exo chassis. There we go. And it's a chance to play with armour crafting. Did you know there's a neat, quick way of crafting a full set of armour? You do 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2. Let's just fix that. 4, blank 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, 1, 2, and you get one of those. Move that up, and then shift click the rest. Really nice. So let's check out our new set of exo gear. Well, I look weird. Is that really how it's meant to look? And I have no armor points, so I don't think this stuff gives you armor points directly. There are some shortcut keys for this mod. I think you press numpad keys 1, 2 and 3 or something. No, they don't do anything. Let me have a look at the controls again. I may have to go to the wiki. Numpad 1, 2 and 3 is exo 1, 2 and 3. But that's not doing anything for me. Let's go to the wiki. And Google told me I need to make an exo modder, which is one of these things. Also not too expensive. And let's see what we can do with it. Aha! This is more like it. So I have to put my armour, I guess, into the slot, and this is where I can start adding stuff to it. I can give it upgrades. I've got a cobblestone drive, a buoyant barrel, interesting, a shoulder mounted piston, and wall jumping boots. Wall jumping boots, shoulder mounted. None of these are expensive recipes. Cobblestone drive, that's reasonably okay too. And the buoyant barrel. Excellent. Okay, well, let's do them all. Okay, I've made my upgrades. Let's try some of these out. So the exo chest plate. I'm guessing this is where I might put, for example, let's try the cobblestone drive. Never generates cobblestone. What? Okay, hang on. I can choose. So I've got this E and the S button. Always generates cobblestone, while numpad 1 is not held. Okay, right. So let's have... Well, let's have that one then. What's S do? Oh, S inverts. Okay, so E selects the kind of mode, and S... Interesting. I think this mod's a bit unfinished. S... So well, let's put it on while numpad 1 is held. Generates cobblestone. I'm guessing I just pull that out of there now. And let's put it on and see what exactly is going to happen here if I hold down numpad 1. Oh, there we go. It's happening. It's generating cobblestone. I guess that's useful for someone who needs a lot of cobblestone. perhaps. It's a really fairly slow way of getting it, but that's kind of neat. Okay. So that's the cobblestone generator, and I can just pull it out, so that's nice. Let's try wall jumping boots. And also you can put, this is what I think I've figured out, by the way. Oops, dropped it. I believe you can take normal armor, so if I make myself some diamond boots and put that in the exo boots, one of the exo boots slots, then that means this now gives me the armor protection of normal diamond boots. Never jump against walls. While numpad 1 is held, jump against walls. While running, jump against walls. While on the ground, jump against walls. While in water. Okay, so let's have while on the ground, jump against walls. And we've got our diamond armor attached. So there we go, you can see the armor points have appeared for me now. So what does jump against walls mean? I'm not jumping against that wall. Let's try having something like that. It's not doing anything. It's not making me jump any higher. It's not making me automatically jump. Nothing is happening. Where have they gone? I'm wearing them. Wall jumping boots on ground. Let's try while numpad 1 is held. Let's just switch to that mode, see if that does anything. Numpad 1. Oh, I'm jumping. Okay, good. I jumped. And I turned round. Slightly strange. Not quite sure why I would want that. If I hold down 1, I sort of turn round. That's weird. Am I not understanding this properly? There must be some good reason why I would want to jump against walls. Let's try while running. Oh, I threw them away again. And let's just try... Let's try running against some walls. I just stop. I'm sorry, I do not understand this. Let's run into some trees. Okay. That one has got me confused. Completely confused. I have no idea what that one means. Let's just... yeah, sprinting. Diamond boots. While in water. Why would you... yeah. Let me try it in water just in case, you know, there's something clever that I'm missing here. No, nothing's happening. Exo boots. Wall jumping upgrade. Pointless. Oops. Right. Never mind. We'll leave that one and move on to the next. What was there left to try? I've got this shoulder-mounted piston, and I've got a buoyant barrel upgrade. I don't know what the buoyant barrel upgrade applies to, so let's try it. Well, let's try it on the boots. I don't suppose that's where it goes. Rise quickly underwater. Let's have while numpad 1 is held. It does seem to work on the boots, so... while numpad 1 is held, rise quickly underwater. Let's dive down to the bottom of the water then. It's also really awkward having to reach over and press numpad 1 because you kind of have to let go of the mouse. Okay, so that works. Gets you to the surface fast. Doesn't really do anything that you can't already do with the jetpack. But that's kind of a nice feature if you're spending a lot of time swimming around and you need to not drown, then I guess you could use that. And let's see what the options were for that particular upgrade. So while numpad is held, while not on the ground, while not in the water. But that's just stupid. That makes no sense. Always rise quickly underwater. That would be kind of annoying, wouldn't it? basically making it impossible to sink. Ooh! Well, that's actually quite cool, because you don't have to swim. If you want to be able to stay on the surface permanently, and you don't mind that you can't sink at all, then yeah, that's kind of nice. Excuse me. You can come in if you want to. Just don't blow anything up. What was left? This shoulder-mounted piston. I'm guessing that's got to go on the chest plate. I'm not mega impressed with this concept. I think it's probably got some stuff still to be added. Okay, so let's go on to while on fire. Okay, there's no always, so let's just say while moving. Push blocks. And I assume we've got to walk into something, so... Was that you or me? I think it was me. Let's try that. Oh, it's not working again. I heard it activate. I mean, I assume that it's a shoulder-mounted piston. The blocks need to be at shoulder height. Oh, there it went. I had to jump. That's crazy. And it doesn't quite do what you want it to, really. In fact, it's silly. Yeah, I can't really see what the benefit of that is at all. So you know what? Let's move on to nano armor and see whether that is any more fun. I'm going to take this off before I destroy my house. Let's go and try out the boots back nano armor and see what we can do with that. So we have the carbon plates. Let's craft up some of this stuff. The nanosuit boots are like that. The nano helmet I think is just the same, but you put the energy crystal up there. Nope, I got that wrong. Maybe I should just look it up. Nano helmet. Oh, we got to add some glass to the nano helmet. Okay, easily done. Thank you. The glass goes there, and that goes there. Our nano helmet. We'll have the nano chest plate, energy crystal in the middle, and it's a nanosuit body armor. And some nano pants. I'm sure they're not called nano pants. I think the energy crystal goes there for those. There we go. Nanosuit leggings. Now, these need charging up. And I'm interested to see how they work because I don't think... Yeah, there we go. 100,000 EUs. I don't know whether they are like the Nano Saber, which you have to click to switch on, and then it runs down power the entire time, and you click again to switch off. Or whether they just take power whenever you take damage. So let's find out, shall we? I'll get it all charged up and then we will go out. Since it's night time, it's the perfect chance if it doesn't get light before I get out there, and we'll fight some mobs and just see how it goes. Check me out, looking good in my nano suit. The Minecraft music is playing, which probably means dawn is approaching, but let's see how we do against these zombies. Hit me. Wow, no damage. Half a heart. Nice. Not bad at all. Where are the rest of the monsters? I'm going to actually try... This could be a little dangerous, but I'm actually going to try a creeper. At close range. I've died to creepers so many times recently. Go on. You do your stuff. Do your thing. Whoa! No damage at all. This is really cheaty armor. How's it doing for power? It's down a bit. It doesn't seem to be changing, so I wonder whether it only loses power when you take damage. Let's just try taking some damage off these spiders. I wonder what other types of damage it protects you against. Yeah, it's taking damage in the sense that it's just losing power, basically. Which is a really nice way of it doing it, because that way you can just wear it and forget about it. So I think this is definitely my new armor. Let's be really daring. Let's try an absolute close range creeper attack. Let's go and hug a creeper. Not you, spider. Oh, come along if you want to. Hug a creeper. Oh, wow. That's ridiculous. Half a heart. Oops, that nano saber's not switched on. Half a heart. Wow. This is super overpowered. Hug, hug. 4 hearts. Bit more like it. There we go. I am finally going to survive for a little bit longer without the constant repeated death. Hey there. Nice armour you're wearing there. No, he didn't drop it. Great. That's really good. I could even probably get away with looking at an Enderman. Look, look, look. Angry noises. I'm down to 4 hearts here. This is getting a little risky. Die. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? Wow, the noise is so creepy. Okay, we're down to 2.5 hearts. I'm not going to tempt fate at this point. Although, you know, I've only got 8 levels, so it doesn't really make a huge difference. Okay, I made it home and I didn't die, which is good. I've been over at the new base since I recorded that last bit. Let's see if we can get over there. I am lagging quite a bit because I'm downloading something at the same time as I'm playing, which is never a good idea. I've been messing around with layouts, so this is obviously looks a bit weird, but the idea being, see if I can hover mode it. Ugh. Every time I play this game, for some reason, the controls get reset. I can't make them stay. If anyone has any ideas for that, let me know. Let's get into hover mode. Here we go. The idea being that you're coming down these stairs and you're in kind of a long hallway. And then on the left there's going to be arches, much bigger than this. This is just like messing about. It'll be a bigger arch. And one on the left, one on the right. And then this will just be one sort of room. So if you see the general shape of the room at the moment, this will be one room in the centre, and then there'll be rooms off to either side with stuff over here and stuff over there, and like a corridor leading on to other places around the back. All of this bit around the edge here and around there and all the way around is going to be void space for pipes and things, just the same as the space that we have underneath the floor. Just places where, so this is the bit under the floor in case I didn't show it, this is where we can run pipes underneath or wiring or whatever. The same goes for around the sides here. There's going to be void space around here where we can run our pipes to our machines and things wherever they end up being. I'm finding it quite hard to get my head around this because I can't quite figure out what I'm actually going to use the room for. I also haven't worked out what colours and textures to use. As you can see, I'm messing about with sandstone, seeing how that might look. That cross is just marking the very centre, so I could space things out symmetrically. Stone brick I think could be a bit kind of boring and grey. I quite like the idea of the sandstone, maybe with some accents of this red brick to you know, add a bit of interest, because we've already got the red brick going on out there. We might as well keep that theme going, perhaps. I don't know. Playing around with things. I'm sure when we come back, when I come back to you, this will all be a lot more done. But I just wanted to show you the thought process. And these will probably be pillars. That's the idea of these going up to the ceiling. And up there, you'll see we have a large tunnel going up. The idea of this is to have a kind of skylight. So I'm going to put glass over the top of it, and I've discovered that you can get stained glass, which you make in a carpenter, I think. It's either that or the other one. What's the other one? Thermionic fabricator. I think that's what it is, actually. You make it in a thermionic fabricator. You need lots of stuff from bee making, like propolis and wax casts, and then you need a coloured dye and some glass, and you can make one of these. And thankfully we have a bee person on the server, which is Autumn Fairy, so she's donated some glass to me because she already has all the ingredients for it. No doubt we'll visit at some point and we can check out the bees in a future episode. So that's a kind of skylight that's going to lead down into this room. I think this is too high. I feel like I might have another kind of false ceiling to put in, maybe 5 blocks or 6 or 7 blocks below the roof, so that it's not quite so high, because I just think it's a bit too high at the moment. But we'll keep the skylight, we'll bring that down through the false ceiling as well. And then finally over here, which is probably in the wrong place now, I put this in when I was messing about, I've got a shaft that goes right the way up. And by the way, mining lasers are great for digging huge shafts like this. Really makes it easy. And this is where my main cable is going to come down with the power supply from the advanced solar panels that I'm going to put up there. But as I say, I think that might be in the wrong place, because I'm thinking have the staircase coming in here, and then perhaps over here I might have another staircase that leads down to a lower floor. So possibly not the right place for the wires to come in. I might find a different way of doing that. Not quite sure yet. But I do want to start moving things over here, because I want to be living over here while I'm working on it. I don't want to have to be coming and going all the time, even though linking books make it easy. I'd rather be in the place where I'm doing things, so I can start to get an idea of how it's all going to go and how it'll fit together, and start using things straight away. So I am going to get some power set up over here. Maybe for the time being I will use this shaft for my glass fibre cable, just to get the power down to the bottom, and set up the MFSU, something along those lines up at the top with some solar panels. That's probably what I'll do. So I'll get on with that at some point in the future. But now I've got this nice nano armor, I felt like doing something a little bit different for the rest of today's episode, which is going to involve us going back and sorting out our inventory a bit and things, and then we are going to go and visit the Twilight Forest. Okay, time to go to the Twilight Forest. We are all set. I know there's already a Twilight Forest portal on this world somewhere, but I want to make my own just so I can figure out how to do it. So we will do it like that. You basically have to have a small pool. Have to make sure it's surrounded with natural things like this. I don't know if you have to do the corners as well, but let's just make sure there's stuff all around it for good measure. The grass counts, but well, I've got a spare flower, so we'll just put a flower there. And then you throw in a diamond. Wow! It did say to stand back as well. A Twilight Forest portal. Awesome. Well, I am equipped. I've got my Nanosuit fully charged, apart from I just took a bit of damage. I've got a linking book to get home if I need to. I've got some food. I've got these nice honeyed slices that Autumn Fairy gave me. That's another thing you get from beekeeping. Jetpack in case I need it later on, and the nano saber. Whee!